What's up, guys? Brian back from the PT channel here to talk about Captain America Civil War. Spoilers ahead. If you don't want to know, stop right now. So we're just going to discuss the movie a little bit, tell you our thoughts, what we think about it, what do you think about it, post your comments below. And we saw it yesterday. So overall, we thought it was a very good movie. We thought it was kind of answered a lot of questions, but it caused a little more problems in there too. So basically, Crossbones, he's in there. It's a Captain America movie, so you see Captain America enemies. But remember that it's not an Avengers movie. The General from the Hulk movie is there, and you just hate this guy right off the bat again too. Still, and he's just a pain in the butt. Scarlet Witch, you kind of feel bad for her. A lot of the movie, I know we did. Her powers are ridiculous. The movie would be nothing without her, and Captain America would be nothing without her by far. So she's one of the strongest characters in there with their powers. Tony Stark's being diplomatic and going through problems with Pepper and this and that and all this other stuff, and you feel like he's kind of conflicted in life, so then he brings his drama into the show as well. You got Black Panther and going into Winter Soldier, who turns out to be framed, which is kind of crazy on there too, but then they all get captured, and then you kind of feel like it's the government stepping in again, and you don't really like that as an enemy. You don't want the government and political powers to be playing any part of life, let alone superhero life. Winter Soldier kicks everyone's ass. It's pretty epic fighting. He fights everybody on there too, which is pretty cool. Tony's like not really using the suit for a lot of the movie, which is kind of weird. Black Panther is pretty awesome. Can't wait for his standalone movie. I definitely liked him a lot. His powers are pretty awesome. His suit's pretty cool too. But you see, the big thing here is Zemo, whatever his name is, Captain Zemo. He's definitely a big protagonist going forward on there too, and he causes a lot of the problems in the movie. Remember, this is a Captain America movie, not an Avengers, but you see the two sides fighting, and this is probably the best part of the movie right here, and it's fighting in the airport on there as well, and a lot of stuff happens on there too. I can't even talk about all of it because so much happens in the movie, and Spider-Man shows up. It's kind of cool. They use Spider-Man as like a sick 15-year-old kid, and the Ant-Man thing where he gets in the suit I thought was pretty awesome on there too. It was short-lived. It was only for a couple seconds in there, but then Tony Stark of course has something to get rid of him and everything, but Tony's basically fighting Iron Man, and they're going against each other, and they come up with a plan and this and that. It's one side versus the other, of course, Civil War. But you kind of feel bad for War Machine because Vision hits a blast here and takes him out, and it's kind of sad for him because he becomes paralyzed in his legs, and he tries to walk at the end of the movie, and you kind of really feel bad for him. But we'll see if they build him back, or is War Machine done. But he lives. No deaths in the movie. It was rumored that somebody might die, but you got Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow there, flip-flopping side to side, helping out when she needs to be, whenever. And again, it's a Captain America movie, so Captain America ultimately wins, and whenever you could see that. But the fight scenes are pretty awesome, the action's pretty good, and the storyline is done pretty well. It's just hard to say if it's the best superhero movie ever, but it's pretty up there. It's probably definitely top 5. Remember, Scarlet Witch is awesome. Her powers really make the movie and really make Team Captain America what they are, She really destroys Vision in one of the scenes there too. I mean, Vision's pretty cool and everything. He kind of is protecting her and whatever, but it's kind of a weird thing. But the fight scenes are awesome. The Ant-Man thing with the arrow and Hawkeye was pretty cool. I thought that was a pretty awesome way of doing things and adding the comic book to the show. Remember, the fight scene in the airport is pretty cool. Falcon looking awesome. Winter Soldier, and they team up and everything. There's some comedic scenes in there too. So definitely, it's not all just fighting and action. There's some comedy in there. Wish there was a little more of that, but they fight for one reason or another, and it's kind of feeling like, can't we all just get along? And it's a misunderstanding basically the entire time, and you have to wait to the end of the episode, end of the movie, to really say that it's still a misunderstanding, and then it's still not settled. It's still not satisfied. The prison cell here too, we figure out who's in that. It gets Hawkeye, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, and Ant-Man get put in there with a stupid general. The people in the tubes are other Winter Soldiers, which is kind of cool. You might think they might happen later on down the road. Who knows? But yeah, the fight scene with Tony Stark, Bucky Barnes, and Captain America is pretty awesome on there too. Winter Soldier. Make sure you stay tuned after the credits because there's 2 scenes in there. There's a scene right at the beginning of the credits and at the very end. There's 2 of them, so make sure you stay and wait for that. The fight scene, like I said, is pretty cool, and you don't know who's going to win, you don't know who's going to lose, and whatever. But the kind of way they're fighting was just kind of drawn out, because basically you find out that Winter Soldier kills Tony Stark's parents, and you're like, all right, I understand why Tony would be mad, but he was brainwashed. Winter Soldier was brainwashed, but Tony can't get over it, so he's fighting this and that, and actually shoots off Winter Soldier's arm, and he's still going after Captain America, and would possibly kill Captain America. But Captain America is fighting, and he's more skilled at hand-to-hand combat, so he actually analyzes the fight, which is pretty cool, and figures out how to stay intact in the fight, because Captain America would kick the crap out of him hand-to-hand. But I can do this all day. He echoes that comic line, or the big line there, and it's just kind of tough, because you want to help, you want to believe Tony Stark, and you want to be on his side, but you don't. You're really on Captain America's side the entire time, because it's all misunderstanding, and this general is just a pain in the ass. I just wish he would die. I'm just not a big fan of him at all. And I thought they did a good job with Spider-Man. Make sure you stay tuned after the end credits, because it has something to do with him. I don't want to ruin it for you, but make sure you stay with that. And at the end, again, Black Panther was an awesome secondary character as well. Make sure you stay tuned, because it involves him as well. But overall, Captain America 3 Civil War was a good movie. I don't know, I still give Captain America 2 probably the better of the two movies overall, just because of the misunderstanding and just whatever it is. But overall, it's probably neck and neck. But post your comments below. What do you think, guys? Did we miss anything? Post your comments, what you didn't like, share, subscribe. And like I said, make this interactive. And thanks, guys. See the movie if you haven't.